Now another thing that I've noticed is that people who walk like this, they are likely to, or they could potentially faint. So you have to keep an eye on them, especially in this case because you don't have a diagnosis yet. So this could be pretty dangerous. Hey guys, welcome to Unmodded Gaming. I'm the Unmodded Gamer, and today we're playing Project Hospital, and we're back in Hillvalley Hospital. And last week you may have seen how I started up the internal medicine department, and today I want to focus on some more milestones, like treat one patient per day at any specialized department. Maybe I won't get that this episode, but we can still do some other stuff, like enabling hospitalization at emergency. And I don't know why I clicked this patient's folder open. I guess I was just curious to what she was having, or you know. But anyway, let's just take a look at our insurance policy here, our insurances, and let's see what we can do. We could treat 15 patients per day, but that is gonna take some time. We are now still at 10 patients. We can treat one patient per day at any department, but like I said, that's gonna take some time as well, probably. So we're left with enable hospitalization at emergency. So I'll get to it. And what I need for that is this. And now I'm going to get maybe like 2 nurses for the day shift. And I'm going to have to be careful with my money, because in the last episode, we spent a lot of it. I'll hire Elizabeth Taylor. She has receptionist as specialization, but what gives? So we have an alcoholic, so I'm definitely not going to hire her. Mary Martinez. We have Brooke Garcia, who's a night owl, so she works more efficiently during the night, and she has dirty feet. Then we have another night owl, who is also a fresh parent, so rest levels decrease faster. Like I said, he has a long commute, long drive from home, can often be late for work, and he is depressed. So that's probably not an ideal staff member to hire. And we have another alcoholic here. Well, let's just look for new people then. And again, I'll get their hidden perks revealed. So then we have Patricia Hall, who's a clinic nurse specialist. I'll hire her for the day shift as well. And then 2 people for the night shift. You have Nancy Young, who does medical surgery, but that doesn't really matter. And I like her because she has a good patient care and no hidden perks. In fact, she doesn't have any perks at all, so I'll just hire her. And we have someone who is fast, moves much faster. She's unpleasant, gives mean staff modifier after interacting with patient. She has a long commute and she is depressed. Well, let's hire Robert Hernandez instead. Excuse me. Robert Hernandez, nursing intern, pretty good patient care, and he is a germaphobe, washes hands 3 times to be sure. We also have Sarah Anderson, but she has a long commute. She's a gamer, and she's a fast learner. And her patient care is slightly less good. So now we'll do the same for the doctors. Let me see the hidden perks here. We have no alcoholics, it looks like. Then we have someone who's a night owl, so I should probably hire her for the night shift. We have someone who's depressed and who's loyal, takes 20% less salary when leveling up. So I'll take Jane Lewis, I think, because she also has advanced diagnosis. Then another doctor for the day shift. Maybe Lisa Williams. She's a gamer and a practical diagnosis. 20% bonus experience to diagnosis skills after successful diagnosis. And then I'll hire some people for the night shift. Like I said, Brooke Walker. Which grants me the rewards intensive care unit. So we're making good progress here, but I'm not done yet. I want to hire one more doctor for the night shift. So Rachel Brown, she looks good. She is a germaphobe and she is comforting. Does not cause discomfort during examinations. So we are doing good here. And because there isn't much else for me to do except for treating a lot of patients, I think I'll go ahead and have a look at my patients. Hang on. Oh no, we can't. The clinic. Well, maybe we can actually. But there aren't many patients, and the patients that are there are leaving. We have now treated 12 patients today, and we are closing for the night, almost. As you can see, right in the left corner of the screen, we are open from 8 in the morning till 6 at night. And the day shift is from 7 till 8. So 7 in the morning, 8 at night, in the evening. Well then, let's see if there are any people at radiology, or maybe at the laboratories. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think I'm getting any more patients from any of my insurance companies. Although, it would surprise me because we are getting 30 patients per day, 10 uninsured, 10 from cheapo care and 10 from liver white tea, and we have only treated 12 patients today. Well, maybe that is because I got liver white tea later in the day. Well, anyway, what I will do is I'll skip through the night. So you have patients' dinner for the patients that are there, if there are any, which there aren't. And the clinic has closed, as you can see right there. Clinic was closed for patients, and there was nobody waiting anymore in the waiting room, which is good. But yeah, now we have nothing to do. And like I said, I'm going to skip through the night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. And here we are again, after the night in which nothing really happened. So we are now waiting for the people from the day shift to return. And you see someone walking here. That are the first people from the day shift. And the first potential patients, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why they put those people in there, but let me just see if they go to the hospital, maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just passing by. Usually the rule of thumb here is if you can click on it, it's probably something you can, or that's gonna be at your hospital or in your hospital. So let's just wait for the first patients of today and let's see what happens. Right, so we're open. People can come in. It looks like we have our first patient for today. And of course, later on, when I have more departments and the hospital is busier, I will be able to stay open during the night. Now, another thing that I've noticed is that people who walk like this, they are likely to, or they could potentially faint. So you have to keep an eye on them, especially in this case, because you don't have a diagnosis yet. So this could be pretty dangerous. As you can see, 3 hidden symptoms. The fact that this is keeping growing and then becoming smaller, that also indicates that either of those symptoms, whatever it is, it could be a reason for that person to faint. And we don't want that, because they could potentially die when they faint. Well, I'll just have a look at the patients that are here, and if there is a patient that collapses, we will assist there too. That are some really good doctors. After just a few questions, they know exactly what the patient is suffering from. And here we have someone who has a fever, fatigue, and a dry or irritable cough. So that could be something worrying. Pericarditis refers to a condition where the thin membrane or sac surrounding the heart is inflamed. That sounds pretty serious. And it's a form of influenza. Well, that's a lot less terrifying. Laryngitis. And someone who is dizzy. What is that? Fish poisoning, also known as Gigarrhea, is a food-borne disease caused by indigestion of fish flesh contaminated by certain toxins. Or hemothorax, an accumulation of blood within the pleural cavity, and in common caused by a chest injury. Okay. And then there's also this, which I don't know how to pronounce, but it refers to uncommon condition when patient's body produces much more platelets than necessary. Alright, that's that patient. Then we have someone who's probably going to take an x-ray. Yeah, let's just make him take an x-ray. and another person for an x-ray. Let's do a physical examination first, to make sure it doesn't get too busy at the x-rays. Well, that was about it for this episode. Next time I'm going to maybe get intensive care, probably intensive care, but subscribe and press the bell button so you don't miss that. This was the Unmodded Gamer. Thanks for watching and stay unmodded.